Call the meeting to order, please. This is the Village of Riverside's Board of Trustees regular meeting. Actually, it's a Sine DA meeting for Thursday, May 6, 2021. Call the roll.
President Sells.
Here.
Do you mind if I go in alphabetical order? I'm sorry, I cannot see everybody. Trustee Collins.
Here.
Trustee Evans.
Here.
Trustee Gallegos.
Here.
Trustee Hannah.
Here.
Trustee Giza.
Here.
Trustee Pollock.
Here.
Village Manager Francis.
Here.
Village Attorney Mars.
Here.
Also present Village Clerk Haley.
Thank you very much. If you'll please join us for the pledge. Thank you, and thank you for the folks who are joining us both here in person and on Zoom. First up is public comment. If anyone would like to address the board at this point, I can recognize you if you would state your name and address, and then you can make your comment. Seeing none, we'll move forward. Next up are reports of village officers. After we do the consent agenda, when we get to the department reports, that's going to be the time when we have an opportunity for those of us who are leaving to say a few words. So we'll do that at that point. So with that said, I do not have a village president's report this evening. Manager Francis.
Thank you, President Sells. I wanted to update residents on a couple of items. We have received some feedback from residents asking if the village will be spraying herbicide this year. The village did not spray herbicide last year due to proactive budgetary cuts by staff to ensure we would not have a deficit at the end of the fiscal year. Currently, the plan is to have Public Works mow until dark every night and possibly on the weekends until the dandelions stop sprouting flowers. This will most likely occur for the next 2 weeks and will be weather permitting. The board will discuss the village's use of herbicide at the May 20th meeting. Based on the direction, staff will adjust their plan for maintaining the village green spaces accordingly. And I also wanted to take this opportunity that on behalf of village staff and myself, I would like to say thank you to President Sells, Trustee Collins, and Trustee Giza for all of their work over the past 4 years. We have accomplished a lot over the past 4 years, and I wanted to name a few items. Creating business districts, updating the village code to allow planned unit development, converted commuter lot 1 to a green parking lot, completed the Metro intersection improvements, created a consolidated dispatch center, created a centralized lockup for our police departments, created and implemented a facade grant program, received grant funding for Swan Pond enhancements, installed a repeater system at the high school, purchased and renovated a building for Parks and Recreation, and obtained over $9.9 million in grant funding. We have appreciated your guidance, feedback, and support over these 4 years. Thank you. That is it.
Thank you, Manager Francis. Move on now to the approval of the consent agenda. On the agenda this evening is approval of bills for May 6, 2021, approval of the Village Board Trustees regular meeting minutes of April 15, 2021, review and file the Historical Commission meeting minutes of February 15 and March 15, 2021, a motion to approve a settlement agreement and general release of claims, Chicagoland Paving Contractors, a resolution authorizing the village manager to approve a change order for the not-to-exceed amount of $8,500 for rock salt used during the 2020-2021 snow and ice control season, a resolution approving an amendment to the Village of Riverside Flexible Benefit Plan pursuant to the American Rescue Plan Act, a resolution authorizing the sale or disposal of personal property owned by the Village of Riverside, a resolution approving a hardscape permit application for the installation of a memorial park bench to be located in the Triangle Park across the street from 300 Scottswood Road, And lastly, a motion to approve a special event application for a drive-in movie in the St. Mary parking lot on Friday, May 14th, 2021 at 8 p.m. Are there any items that anyone needs removed for discussion? Hearing none, I'd ask for a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda.
Motion made.
Motion by Mr. Gallegos. Second by Ms. Collins. I don't know who is doing our audio, but we seem to be having some echo and feedback. So if our technicians could take a look at that, I'd appreciate it. Please call the roll. Ms. Haley? Ms. Haley, we can't hear you for some reason. Ms. Haley, can you try again for us?
She's coming out here.
Oh,
Trustee Pollock.
Aye.
Trustee Giza.
aye.
Trustee Delgado.
Aye.
Trustee Evans.
Aye.
Trustee Hannah.
Aye.
Trustee Collins.
Motion carries. So now we come to the reports of department heads and trustee liaisons. As those of you watching at home presumably know, we're changing our board tonight. Trustee Collins, Trustee Giza, and I are leaving the board, and we have a new board being sworn in. So after you watch this meeting, don't go anywhere, because there's another meeting immediately following it where the new board will take its seat. So at this point, I would just like to throw it open to anyone who might want to say a few words.
Ladies first.
So I've only been here for a couple months filling in, so you notice I don't get to sit at the big kids' table, nor do I get a microphone. But I don't feel bad about it, because Ben has always encouraged me to be part of this board, and without him, seriously, I would not have done this. And the first time that I was on the board, it was because Ben had asked me to, and the second time it was because Ben asked me to. And without him, I definitely would not have been here. So thank you for allowing me this opportunity and for having faith in me. And I wish the new board great luck, and I think you're in great hands with the board that's here, with Jessica and the rest of her staff. So good luck, and you'll have a great president and Joe.
And Pat, I'd just like to say that back to you. I mean, it was really gracious of you to be willing to step in and fill out the term of Trustees Peters, and we've all really benefited from your wisdom and your kindness and your talents. So thank you.
So thank you to everyone in Riverside for supporting me the past 4 years. I'm extremely excited about the bronze statue of myself as the best trustee ever in Scotts Common that's being erected. I'm also excited that President-elect Ballerine is going to reclaim his position as the best-looking board member in Riverside. And lastly, I want to thank Director Malchiotti for never reporting my less than perfect attendance to the Parks and Rec meetings. All kidding aside, it's been a blast. It's been fun. I think that, Jessica, you're someone that is an incredible CEO of this village. I have the pleasure of being the CEO of my own company. I think that your leadership and ability to motivate folks and get the most out of them is incredible. Chief Buckley and Chief Weitzel, I have a strong passion for the police department and the fire department, what you do for the community, not just in Riverside, but all over in all communities. And getting to know the two of you and becoming great friends is powerful. All the trustees, I really appreciate working with all of you. Welcome to the new trustees. And after this, I'm going to go coach my kids in t-ball.
I have one question. Please. It's for Wendell. Has this or has this not been the most bizarre reality TV show you have ever been on?
I would have to say that neither one of them are always what they appear.
Pleasure serving with you.
Anyone else? Please.
I also want to thank Wendell and Pat for your service. And thank you, Ben, also for your service to the village. You've done many, many wonderful things for Riverside. And you've been a great leader and advisor to me personally. And I do want to thank you for that, sincerely. And I do wish you all the best as you head into the next chapters of your lives. Thank you.
Anybody else? Mr. Pollock?
I wasn't sure if I wanted to speak now or when we do the proclamation, but I'll go ahead and speak now. That list that Jessica just read is unbelievable. And I hope residents of Riverside look at that closely and see what Jessica and Ben have accomplished with the support of this board and other boards in the last 8 years. I speak from experience. You're not ever going to find a better team in a village than Ben and Jessica. The record speaks for itself. Not only what they've accomplished, but the way they've accomplished it. They've accomplished it with integrity. And Jessica's not going anywhere. Don't get me it's talking in the past tense here, just for Ben. It's been incredible. I thought a lot about what I wanted to say tonight because I wanted to say something special for Ben because he's such a good friend and such a good leader. But words escape me other than to point out the record, point out the integrity he's brought to this village. This village is blessed. I mean, it's really incredible the people we have in this town to help us run our village. It's humbling. We're very lucky, and I hope the residents appreciate that. So, Ben, as a friend, thank you very much for all you've done for me, but more importantly, thank you for everything you've done for the village of Riverside. It's much appreciated.
Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that very much. Anyone else? So I guess I'll wrap this up then. I just want to thank all of my fellow Riversiders for the support that you've given me over the last 8 years. It's been an honor to serve as your president. And we have accomplished a lot, and I appreciate you making that list. But it's important to remember that it is a we, that this has been a team effort all along. And there are far too many people for me to thank that I could never name by name, but there are a couple or a few I'd like to point out. First, I'm thankful for the love and encouragement and wisdom from my wife, Jill Mateo. She has played such a major role in so many of the things that we've accomplished, and most folks don't know that, but it is true. And I'm thankful for our commissioners, the 60 commissioners, of which I'm proud to say now half are women and half are men. One of the proudest things of my tenure. They have tireless efforts in all of our commissions, and we appreciate very much what they do. And of course, the trustees who do all the heavy lifting and who are sometimes called upon to make difficult decisions in difficult times. I appreciate very much their service. And I'm thankful for our dedicated village staff, and especially for the incomparable Jessica Francis, my indispensable work partner, without whom we would not have accomplished the things that she read off. And really, it's the staff that takes the board's decisions and turns them into reality. But in the end, all government exists to serve the will of the citizens. And all any generation can do is to try to leave the world a more beautiful place for the next generations to come. And I believe that here in our little oasis, the last 8 years, that we've done that. And for that, I thank you, the residents of Riverside. I am very pleased at the incoming board. The village's future is bright, and especially because this new board is going to be led by an exceptional public servant in President Joe Ballerine. The challenges we face are also opportunities, and I have no doubt that with the support of the residents of this village that we will continue to make the most of them. So thank you all for honoring me with your trust, and I look forward to continuing to serve in any way that I can. So thank you all very much. And with that, it is now time to move on to ordinances and resolutions. First up is a resolution and proclamation declaring the results of the election of certain municipal officers in the consolidated election held on April 6, 2021. Clerk Haley. Clerk Haley, we still can't hear you.
Still no sound. Here we go.
There you go.
We got something.
You got it. We can hear you.
The consolidated election was held on Tuesday, April 6, 2021. A new village president and 2 new village trustee candidates were elected, and incumbent village trustee Douglas Pollock was re-elected. The newly elected village president is Joseph Ballerine. The newly elected village trustees are Megan Clarity and Aberdeen Marsh Osga. The Cook County Clerk's Office has completed the canvass of all votes cast and has issued the official certificate of results for both of these contests. The recommendation is a motion to approve the resolution and proclamation of election results.
So I'd ask for a motion to approve the resolution and proclamation declaring results of the election of certain municipal officers in the consolidated election held on April 6, 2021.
Motion made.
Motion by Mr. Gallegos, second by
Second.
Mr. Pollock. Please call the roll.
Trustee Pollock.
Aye.
Trustee Giza.
Aye.
Trustee Gallegos.
Aye.
Trustee Evans.
Aye.
Trustee Hannan.
Aye.
Trustee Collins.
Motion carries. And with that, we'll now move on to the swearing in of the newly elected officials. Contrary to the way they're listed on the agenda, we're going to start with the trustees first. So we'll begin with village trustee-elect, soon to be village trustee, Megan Clarity. And Ms. Haley is coming down to the podium.
Here. If you would please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Megan Clarity, do solemnly swear
I, Megan Clarity, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of village trustee
of the office of village trustee
for the village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next up, we have village trustee, excuse me, Aberdeen Marshotska.
Please raise your hand. I, Aberdeen Marsh Osga,
I, Aberdeen Marsh Osga,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United
and
States
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of village trustee
of the office of village trustee
for the village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And next up is Trustee Doug Pollock.
Do you want to go by Douglas or Doug?
Doug.
I, Doug Pollock, do solemnly swear
I, Doug Pollock, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Village Trustee
of the office of Village Trustee
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Mr. Valerie. Please raise your right hand. I, Joseph Ballery,
I, Joseph Ballery,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Village President
of the office of Village President
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations, Mr.
Thank you.
We have no further business this evening, so I'd ask for a motion and a second to adjourn Sine Die.
Motion to adjourn,
Sine Die.
Sine Die.
By Mr. Gallegos, second by Mr. Pollock. Please call the roll.
Trustee Pollock.
Aye.
Trustee Giza.
Aye.
Trustee Gallegos.
Aye.
Trustee Evans.
Aye.
Trustee Hannan. Trustee Collins.
We adjourn Sine Die. Thank you, and stand by for the next board.